If you want true worry-free motoring, then we suggest that you get your car serviced regularly. Pop into any one of our 700 approved and friendly local garages who'll be happy to help you with anything from checking your oil through to topping up your aircon and servicing your car.
We're just going to go through a few checks that we'd recommend you take prior to a long journey, most of which you will find in your handbook. The first one, we'll go through the toolkit. The toolkit is normally found within the boot area under the spare wheel. It would normally consist of a wheel brace, a towing hook, small screwdriver. The jack is most important to check that it does actually function and work. It's easily seized because it's not used that often. The next item we'll be looking at is tyres. To inspect the tyre, putting the steering wheel on a full lock gives you a better view of the tyre and tread right the way across the surface. When looking at the tyre, we're looking for cracks, splits, bulges around the sidewall, and importantly tread depth. In the centre grooves of the tyre, you'll see the wear indicator blocks. If running your finger across the surface of the tyre, if you can't feel the wear indicator block, the tyre is in a serviceable condition regarding tread depth. If you can feel the surface of the indicator, the tyre is recommended replacement. If you're in any doubt or you're unsure, if you pop along to your Unipart Car Care Centre, I'm sure they'll be able to help. And importantly, don't forget to check the spare wheel in the same way and tyre pressures, which again can all be found in your handbook. The next item we're going to cover is the windscreen and wipers. As we look at the windscreen, we're looking for any cracks, chips, any damage we can see. If we look on this one, we do have a small chip which you can just feel with the end of your finger. It's not going to cause a problem, no cracks in there at the moment. If you're unsure, just pop along to your Unipart Car Care Centre and I can have a look at it for you. In addition to the screen and the glass, we're looking at the wiper blade, checking for any splits, tear, security. This one, as we can see, has a split and requires replacement. Again, Unipart Car Care Centre can supply them for you quite simply and cheaply. Under the bonnet, we have a few simple checks that need to be carried out. Oil, coolant, and washers. Initially, when checking the oil, ensure the vehicle is cold, it's on a flat surface. You remove dipstick, wiping off the excess oil. Refit the dipstick, pushing it firmly home. A couple of seconds, remove, check the level. You've got two levels, a minimum and a maximum. As we can see on this one, it's just below the maximum, which would be acceptable. Replace the dipstick again, pushing it firmly home, making sure it's firmly in there. If it does require oil, remove the cap, add the oil that's recommended for the vehicle, which will be in your handbook, but only add small amounts at a time. It's important not to overfill, as well as there being not enough oil, and always replace the filler cap. The next item is coolant. There's a coolant level on the bottle. This one is indicated by an arrow. Again, make sure the vehicle is cold. That gives you a true indication of its level. If it does require coolant, always add the recommended manufacturer's coolant, which again is in your handbook. The caps are quite firmly tightened. It's just a simple screw off cap. Add any that's required, replace the cap firmly. Washers. Washers are indicated by a symbol on the majority of vehicles these days. If not, again, just refer to your handbook to be sure you're putting the washer fluid in the right bottle. We always recommend that an additive is used. In this instance, we'll use a sachet, which is adequate for 1 bottle per fill. So we just cut the top off the sachet, empty it into the bottle, and add water until it brings it up to your filler neck top. Again, always replace the cap firmly. That completes under the bonnet. The final check is lighting. What we're looking for is checking it's working, any damage, cracks, dirty lens. If they are dirty, give them a wipe with a damp cloth, and you're checking that with all 4 lamps around the vehicle. Side lights, headlights, main beam, indicators, and importantly, brake lights. Now we have our checks, but one final lamp that's easily missed: number plate illumination lamp. And that concludes our checks. Your vehicle should now be ready for its long journey. However, the simple checks we've made today should be carried out more regularly. If you're in any doubt, pop along to your local Unipart Car Care Centre. I'm sure they'll be able to help.